99X in the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie Celebrity Sleaze coming up in about 20 minutes. I've got a crazy-ass story for the both of you that it's I don't even know how to describe it, but it adds on to a very mysterious story Crash and I told you about a month ago. There is some resolution, but you're going to have to put on your Inspector Clouseau hat.
I can't wait.
This is crazy. I'll tell you in about 30 seconds.
We really should thank our friends at Mutation Brewing because they developed the 99 Experiment. That's our beer. Locally brewed Pilsner IPA, taking home 2 more awards. Yeah, at the Georgia Craft Brewers Festival. Recently, it took home gold for Best Hybrid and bronze for Best Pilsner. It's insane. Available all over town. Of course, you can also get it at Mutation Brewing in Sandy Springs. Find out more at the 99X app or mutationbrew.com.
This story goes back to when Crash and I went to Mexico. So my company, if you know nothing about me, I have a company that does a lot of production for hotels and commercial real estate all over the world. And I needed an assistant a few months ago. So, of course, you just look to your right and go, Crash, will you come with me to Mexico? And he's like, what do I have to do? I said, you just have to make sure you keep your eye on that drone because that's a very expensive piece of industrial drone and I can't let it, go crazy. So he accepted. So we went. It's a simple task. We went and he had a beer in one hand and he never took his eyes off the drone. So he did his job. I just didn't know about the beer in one hand that was going to be part of it.
He had a cooler with him. Stop
it. So we went to a place called Naviva, which is a 4 Seasons resort in Punta Mita, Mexico. And the job was, it's about a 50-acre plot, and my company is a geospatial partner with Google, which means places that aren't literally on the map. So when you Google on Google Maps and the place doesn't come up, it's just like a piece of land and there's a building there. My company would come in and basically scan those acres and then use this crazy-ass software to put it all together, and then we upload it to the servers, and then it shows up.
Another thing that Barnes does that I don't understand, Crash.
Exactly. Crash still doesn't understand, and he watched the whole process.
I didn't understand it. He put out all these flags and markings, and he's got this satellite phone. He's communicating with Crash, and I'm like, as long as my Medela doesn't run out, I'm all right.
Right. He just smiled and nodded like, yeah, do you. So anyway, we get to this place, and they tell us, hey, a very well-known person is here. Don't make a big deal if you see him. So we go do our thing. We go to lunch. I walk out. Crash goes in the bathroom. And voila. And this is a very small place. So here comes the dude walking right towards me. I'm like, oh, it's very obvious who it is.
Yeah, okay.
Now, they have a privacy thing there, and we were not allowed to say who it was. They were and I haven't. I've held to that. I gave some clues. It was a very iconic band member of a very huge band. Would you validate, Leslie, that it's big?
1,000%.
Yes, very large. So I see him, Crash is in the bathroom, and I'm like, oh boy, this guy's going to the bathroom. Now there's no one at the restaurant but me, this famous rock star, and Crash.
And you're nervous about Crash doing something.
Well, no, Crash is going to open the bathroom door because I know this dude's going to the bathroom.
Okay.
And he opens the bathroom door, and then Crash is face to face with this guy. And how was that, Crash? Was that just weird?
It was like, because I saw him, knew who he was immediately, and then I looked to the right and saw you, and you had you were like, that's him. And I'm like I'm getting chills telling this story right now. It was so cool.
It was eye movement, because Crash walked out and I gave him the
Crash,
he was like, oh,
were you taller than him?
Yeah, I was definitely taller than him. But the thing is, you're not allowed to engage them, so we couldn't strike up a conversation. But that was so cool.
So there's very few people. There's only 15 tents. And I think only maybe 4 of them were occupied, and he was one of them with his girlfriend. So they put out a notification that says, hey, between 12 and 1, they'll be capturing satellite imagery. So FYI, don't end up in it. Well,
it's a nice warning.
If you pull up Google Maps,
I'm going to do that now.
He's on the beach. He's in the imagery.
Wait. I'm pulling up Google Maps. Tell me what to do now.
Pull up Google Maps. Now zoom in on the beach. And you can do this later. It's so, think about it, it's so far away, but it's very obvious who it is.
Okay, hold on. I'm putting in Naviva.
Put in Naviva
Four
and then
Seasons Resort Punta Mita. Okay,
No.
I've got it.
Pull up the satellite imagery.
You're talking about the little red.
Leslie,
Okay.
where you can see the Earth, like where you can see the property.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
The little,
Yeah, not just layers. You want the terrain.
Yeah, you want to see the
Satellite.
Earth.
Yeah, it says satellite.
Okay, then what do I do?
Zoom up on the beach.
Okay, I'm zooming.
So look towards the top of the beach. You'll see a red towel. It's very obvious. He was carrying the red towel, Crash. Remember when he came
Yes, he was.
up to the bathroom. So he's carrying her. He's the only dude on the beach, and he's on this red towel. You can see the tattoos on his arms. Now, his face is covered, thankfully, but you'll be able to very quickly, especially if you put that photo into AI and even crisp it up.
Oh, my.
Can you see it?
Yes, I do, Mr. Barnes.
How funny.
Wow.
And he does not know that he is now forever part of Google Maps because he didn't follow the instructions like any rock star would do.
Of course, I'm looking at the rest of the, place is gorgeous.
But yeah, so anyway, long story short, they've told us not to give it away, but bro wandered into the shoot and now is forever immortalized on Google Maps.
This is nuts.
So when you pull it up and you go Easter egg hunting, just zoom up on the beach and there's a little gazebo, not a gazebo, but like a covered bed right by some stairs. And you'll see a dude on a red towel. And then you can tell me if you can figure out.
Leslie, you know what's funny? Barnes warned me too, because once he launched the drone and I was keeping an eye on it, it was coming back towards our location. And he's like, Crash, do you want to move under this tree with your beer in your hand?
I know, because that was the first thing I looked when Google approved it. I was like, oh, please don't have Crash on there with a beer. But there'd be times, Leslie, when Crash would have this puzzled look. He'd turn to me and go, I don't see it anymore. I'm like, it's right there, dude.
I thought it crashed in the ocean.
You had one job. Anyway, so there's some, when you get to the office today, pull it up on the map, look towards the top of the beach, and then you tell me who you see. This is the original This Is 99X.
Hey there, I'm Paula Pant, host of the Afford Anything podcast. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible.
You should not do the 401k loan.
Reason number 4,872. Are we heading for a recession?
You'd be shocked.
Dumping it into the house?
Invest in flipping houses.
Mathematically the better option.
Paula Pant's really keeping us in business.
Because face it, money's too important to wing it. Review your budget.
Take the reins.
Sharpen your skills.
Do the things
Start a side hustle.
that will affect your life.
Right. Afford Anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.